basta tulungan lang ninyo ako dito sa, alam mo, gusto talaga na to. The way people are receiving us, not because I am high. Yung nila ako kilala before this election. Before this election.
Meron po sinasabi yung mga kaibigan natin na well-meaning naman. May 200 families daw na gustong magreklamo, pero ang hawak daw nila 8. Pero sa 8, ang makakausap nyo 2 lang. Tapos yung 2 pa, wala pang ibibigay na totoong ebidensya. Napakahirap po talaga maghabol. Na hindi ho talaga maimbestigahan na maayos. Kasi pati ho ang piskal, tinatakot po ng pulis.
And who was really on top of this? Kayo ho ba? Because during the press conference of the President, it was you and the President.
Yes.
So ikaw ho ba nagplano ng lahat ng ito?
Hindi naman. It was a group effort. Secretary Chidoro was there. Secretary Anyo was there too. And the President and I. So hindi naman ako. Ako lang ang natira last man standing doon sa Malacanang. Kasi Secretary Chidoro was working out of his office sa Camp Aguinaldo. Secretary Anyo, of course, his specialty is intelligence, so he was gathering all the information in his source, in his location. So ako lang ang nasa Malacanang.
Was it a little odd?
Aware of any core group, nor am I a member of such group that allegedly planned and prepared for the arrest of former President Duterte. It was heavily reported in both mainstream and social media. It is utterly unacceptable and unfair that my name is being dragged into an alleged grand conspiracy. I firmly deny any allegations of a grand conspiracy. In fact, the events in March 11 were spontaneous. As National Security Advisor, I was merely doing my job. However, I face all these accusations against my honor and integrity with firm resolve, knowing that I am on the side of the truth and I was simply doing what I had to do. And in doing so, I upheld the truth, justice, and the rule of the law. Again, my loyalty is always to the country, to the Constitution, and not to any person.
PRRD na sapat na pagkakataon para alamin itong validity ng kanyang, yung katotohanan ng kanyang pag-aaresto. Ilang oras ba yung sinasabi natin na sufficient time, yung sapat na panahon?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just to clarify, I will just be consistent with the opinion that I posted, that there was no reasonable opportunity. That is not to denigrate or cast aspersion on the character or competence of our officials. And also, I have very limited facts when I wrote the opinion. But just to, as a comparison, if you filed an extrajudicial proceeding, if you will file a petition, the court will order the subject of the arrest will have the opportunity to answer, and then the court will have the opportunity also present evidence. The court will have the opportunity to weigh the evidence and then issue the ruling. For example, in the case of Mark Jimenez, he had more or less over a year to dispute his extradition. So if that would be the standard, that might be considered reasonable opportunity to be heard.
So yung sinasabi nila na naka-10 oras na nag-iintay, talagang panay pa rin ang tutol, hindi sapat na panahon yun. Kasi magpipila ka pa ng kaso, magdadraft ka pa ng petition, dadalhin mo pa, hindi po ba? So hindi pa rin sapat kahit sabihin natin matagal sila nandun sa airport?
I will just be consistent with what I wrote, Your Honor. My initial view was yes, 6 hours, office hours, or less, 5 hours, to seek relief from the courts may not be characterized as reasonable opportunity to be heard.
So sa tingin ninyo, itong 9 to 10 hours sapat na para sa isang
Secretary Remulla, I wanted to ask you, this is quite interesting. Did the government, lumabag ba ang gobyerno sa proseso, sa arrest proceedings of the custodial state? I'll read it again. Article 59 of the ICC, the arrest proceedings in the custodial state, paragraph 2, a person arrested shall be brought promptly before the competent judicial authority in the custodial state. dapat po ata dinala muna si Duterte sa isang judge or hukom sa Pilipinas, Secretary.
Good morning, Karen. Good morning, attorney. I am not a lawyer. I cannot interpret the law, nor am I a competent authority. But I find it amusing that Attorney Lambino keeps on insisting